The X-Zone Radio Show with Rob McConnell is largely an opinion talk show. All opinions, comments, or statements of fact expressed by Rob McConnell's guests are strictly their own and are not to be construed as those of the X-Zone Radio Show or endorsed in any manner by Rob McConnell, Relmar McConnell Media Company, the X-Zone Broadcast Network, its affiliated networks, stations, employees, or advertisers.
All Hit Radio.
Welcome to the X-Zone, a place where fact is fiction and fiction is reality. Now, here's your host, Rob McConnell.
Welcome back to the X-Zone, everyone. My name is Rob McConnell, coming to you from our studios in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. 1-800-610-7035 is worldwide toll-free. My email, xzone@xzoneradiotv.com. On MSN Messenger, xzoneradiotv@hotmail.com. And our website, www.xzoneradiotv.com. My guest this hour, X-Zone Nation, is Reverend Rina C. Rabassa, and we're going to be talking about Radiant Heart Ministries, as well as... a Galactic Council of Light. Now, Reverend Rabassa founded the Radiant Heart Ministries in 2009, and out of the desire to put a lifetime of work into a cohesive framework from which to share and assist others on the spiritual path. With a background in world spiritual traditions and a serious interest in alternative healing modalities, she is able to assist people in the most suitable way for their particular needs at any given time. She is experienced in aromatherapy, flower essence therapy, and the use of crystals for enhanced healing practices as well. And joining me now is Reverend Rina Rabassa. And Reverend Rabassa, welcome to the X-Zone.
Well, thank you, and that is a lovely introduction. Please call me Rina.
All right, Rina.
I am very happy to be here with you.
Well, it's great having you with us. Why do you think more and more people today are looking towards spirituality for the solutions to problems that just years ago they would, just shrug spirituality away?
Well, I think times are changing, and people have become more aware that we are living in a world that does no longer fit the requirements that we were satisfied with in the past. And so, as the society changes, the needs that surface require different approaches. I think that people have been looking for answers in non-traditional pathways from the beginning of time. I started my work as a Reiki master due to a personal crisis in my life. And I think very often, if not more often than not, it is a crisis situation in our lives that brings us to some way in which we can more effectively deal with our life.
Rina, stand by. You and I have to take a 2-minute commercial break. We'll be right back. X-Zone Nation, Reverend Rina C. Rabassa is our special guest. She is the founder of the Radiant Heart Ministries. Her website is www.oneradiantheart.com. And we'll be back on the other side of this 2-minute commercial break as the X-Zone continues with yours truly, Rob McConnell. Don't go away. Did you know that when you're on the road with limited data or Wi-Fi, you can still listen to the X-Zone Radio Show with Rob McConnell, The Science of Magic with Gwilda Wiyaka, X-1, Dimension X, Space Patrol, and every minute of the X-Zone Broadcast Network by calling 213-401-0080, courtesy of Audio Now. No smartphone, app, or internet needed. It saves your data plan, and it's free if you have unlimited minutes. Call 213-401-0080 to listen on any phone, anytime, anywhere. Remember 213-401-0080 for the best of the paranormal, parapsychology, and sci-fi radio programming anywhere, 24/7, 365.
Hi everyone, Rob McConnell here, and I wanted to spend a moment on internet streaming. Everybody has heard about internet streaming, but not many know much about it. Did you know the internet streams just about everything?
Movies,
From new releases to old classics.
TV shows,
Almost every show, every episode, and much more. But the question has always been, how do you do it? Well now, thanks to the folks at 123 Ready TV, I have the answer for you. They have developed a simple program app, 123 Ready TV, that you install on your Windows PC, Android smartphone, or Android tablet that can have you streaming like a pro in less than 5 minutes. You truly won't believe how much is available or how easy it is to do until you try. And for a one-time cost of only $19.99, this product is a real winner. To learn more about 123 Ready TV, visit our website at www.xzbn.net.
Hello, I'm Justina Marsh, and with my dad Pete, we are going to present a new show called Too Good to Be True. Together, we are aiming to discover more truths about this world and beyond. Do you have unanswered questions about the world? Do you ever wonder about aliens, conspiracy theories, or the universe? There are many shows discussing subjects such as pyramids or UFOs, but we want to relay this information based on our own research, including from spiritual means. Hopefully, listeners will be helped with their own beliefs and will appreciate the psychic insights that add to the previous research and information. We both look forward to sharing this insight and beginning this journey with our listeners. Visit xzbn.net for more information about when to listen.
Nation, my special guest this hour is Reverend Rina Rabassa. Her website is www.oneradiantheart.com. Before we went to the commercial break, Rina, we were talking about your spiritual journey, and why did Reiki play such an important part for you?
Well, because it opened a door that traditional therapies and pathways were not offering me. I had been married for 30 years, and my marriage came to an abrupt and sudden end, and I tried healing through traditional counseling, through a traditional, more religious approach, and quite frankly, I was hitting the wall. And I had a friend who had suggested that I had some Reiki sessions with a practitioner in South Florida, where I was living at the time. And I did, and found a profound change in a relatively short period of time for the grieving process, for my awareness of where I stood in my life with myself, and a self-journey that began a deep discovery of greater aspects of myself I had been not connected with for a long time. So I realized that I would like to do this for other people. And I trained in the traditional Usui Reiki initiations and became a Reiki master and started working with others who found me very quickly. And watching their growth and watching how their growth impacted my growth really had a tremendous impact on me.
For those people listening tonight who may not know what Reiki is, but they've certainly heard about it, can you tell us about Reiki?
Sure. Reiki is a very ancient form of energy transference that is used to realign the body's innate harmony. And when your body is in a harmonious state, its inborn healing potential is activated. It is passed on from an initiated master to an initiate, and that is how the lineage of Reiki has come to pass for a very long time. It was rediscovered, or let's say brought back to our awareness by Dr. Usui. And so we had in the West, our first contact with Reiki was through the Usui system.
Now, I understand that you're a channel and you channel multidimensional energetics. What are they?
Well, when you do Reiki work, obviously you are tapping into energies above the third dimensional plane of reality, which is where we exist. It's a plane of duality, and we reach higher. So my first contact with channeling energy, subtler energies, was through my work in Reiki. In years of working with that, I had the opportunity to feel different energies moving through me as I meditated and as I worked, and actually receive information from these energies, sometimes in words, sometimes in sensations, sometimes in, my Lord, smells, a variety of contacts that you can't ignore, and that eventually translates. If it's not coming in as specific words, it translates in a manner that you can understand. So that was my first experience of channeling, because I did not consider myself to be a channel. To me, a channel was somebody who sat in meditation, opened their mouth, and gave explicit information to whoever was able to hear it or there to listen. But in 2003, I was moved to gather a group of people. Spirit kept pushing me and pushing me to get a group of women together. And I did. And in that group, I had a friend who was a very powerful channel, but had not been publicly or even privately channeling for a long time. And messages began to come through her. Her name is Jan Gresham. She's in South Florida. And very shortly after that group was established, I moved from South Florida and moved to Jacksonville, and was able to continue my contact with the group. We continued to work, and more information kept coming through.
I understand that you also have something to do with the Galactic Council of Lights, or the Councils of Light. What exactly is that?
Well, the Galactic Councils of Light are councils of beings of higher energetics that very often are overlighters of the evolution of humanity. So in this time of ascension, we are very fortunate to have many overlighters working with humans who are open and willing to receive the energies and the encodements and the information required for the ascension of humanity. Out of that group that I was mentioning before came an invitation for the group members to be initiated into the Galactic Councils of the Order of Melchizedek, which was our first initiation. After that, there has been a progression of initiations, which in fact are a refinement of the subtle energies with which we work and communicate with these higher intelligence of illumined truth that guide the evolution of humanity.
Now, how did you begin the council work?
Well, the council work began by accepting consciously the invitation to be initiated into the Galactic Council of the Order of Melchizedek. My ministry, I am a priestess of the Order of Melchizedek, which is a non-denominational spiritual ministry. And I found it very interesting that we were being even approached by this information. However, we were, in fact, contacted by Melchizedek during one of our gatherings, and we were invited, if we were ready and committed, to continue to deepen our spiritual journey and our evolution, to become an initiate of the councils of the Galactic Councils. So we accepted, and it began a journey, because that is what the work of the council really is, a journey of your soul in in its refinement to a purer and more vibrant state.
How has this work changed your life?
Oh, how has this work not changed my life is a better way to phrase it. It deepens your awareness on a spiritual level, truly, of the oneness of all creation. And once you tap into that unity consciousness, not on a mental level, but on an experiential level, once you really begin to understand how we can really say we are all one, because the seed of creation lives and is existent and vibrant in every being. Your own personal philosophy of life changes. War makes no sense, which it never should, but in a very broad sense, you're killing yourself when you kill another. And over what are we going to fight? Lack, poverty. These are all on a very basic level, what I'm speaking of. And yet they are the things that most of humanity deals in. You know, our daily life. What do we see in the news? Well, you begin to rise above the judgments that create that scenario as a life platform. And we begin to erase from our consciousness the need to behave in a manner that separates us from anything or anyone. It has been a profound change for all of us involved, and as it should be.
Tell me, are most of the members of the Council of Light's ladies, or is it mixed between men and ladies?
The Councils of Light are energetic beings that truly we assign a gender to them, but once you're speaking about life in this form, it's mostly genderless. It is an energy. It is an energetic. It may represent itself as female in the form of Kuan Yin or the goddess Isis, but those are only the external manifestations so that we can recognize them as what we recognize as being a life form. But it really is an essence. It is an energy that imbues a being.
Sounds like
there is no, we're dealing with the angelics, we're dealing with fifth-dimensional life forms, the Hathor civilizations beyond ours. We really have to expand our mind to accept that form becomes secondary.
All right, stand by. You and I have to take our news break at the bottom of the hour.
Thank you very much.
We'll be right back. Exo Nation, Reverend Rina Rabassa is our special guest. We're talking to Rina about the Galactic Council of Lights. We're talking to Rina about the organization that she started, Radiant Heart Ministries. Her website is www.oneradiantheart.com. That's www.oneradiantheart.com. 1-800-610-7035 is worldwide toll-free. My email address is xzone@xzoneradiotv.com. On MSN Messenger, xzoneradiotv@hotmail.com. And our website, www.xzoneradiotv.com. I'll be back on the other side of this commercial break with the news as the X Zone continues from our studios in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. My name is Rob McConnell. Don't go away.
This is the X Zone Broadcast Network, broadcasting worldwide on broadcast affiliates and satellite program providers, including CNN Broadcast Network, Sirius Satellite Network, Star Media, Good News Radio Network, Angel Broadcast Network, Wiki Broadcast Network, and WPBN TV. For more information on the X Zone Broadcast Network, visit us at www.xzbn.net.
Hi everyone, Rob McConnell here, and I wanted to spend a moment on internet streaming. Everybody has heard about internet streaming, but not many know much about it. Did you know the internet streams just about everything?
Movies,
From new releases to old classics.
TV shows,
Almost every show, every episode, and much more. But the question has always been, how do you do it? Well now, thanks to the folks at 123 Ready TV, I have the answer for you. They have developed a simple program app, 123 Ready TV, that you install on your Windows PC, Android smartphone, or Android tablet that can have you streaming like a pro in less than 5 minutes. You truly won't believe how much is available or how easy it is to do until you try. And for a one-time cost of only $19.99, this product is a real winner. To learn more about 123 Ready TV, visit our website at www.xzbn.net.
Welcome back, everyone. Reverend Rina Rabassa is our special guest. Her website is www.oneradiantheart.com. And you know, you and I asked you a question before, and I'd just like to clarify this question. When it comes to who can become a member of the Galactic Council, or, you know, who can do work with the council, is it mostly men or is it mostly women?
Okay, let's clarify this, yes. Men and women and sometimes young people are all able to do Galactic Council work. There are no gender requirements. You are initiated into the work, which are initiation involves a series of attunements done by the energies to encourage the work and facilitate the work for you. And you don't have to be a Reiki practitioner or master. You do not have to have achieved any kind of spiritual path on your life. You simply, really, and most deeply have to answer a call from your heart and listen to what your desire to serve is. And if you are called to do the work that we will be presenting in October in Atlanta, then you respond, and it will be right work for you. We don't have any requirements for people to meet. This is a soul journey, and your soul knows. So we will be presenting the first initiation cycles in October of this year in Atlanta, October 15th and 16th. And you can tap into the events page on my website and get the information about that. I will also be doing a write-up about this event that will soon be posted on my website.
I was wondering if you could tell me how many members does this organization already have?
I have no way of knowing. This work is not an organization as a concrete institution. There are people all over the world, I imagine, that have been contacted and called to do this work. We are, right now, in our group, there remain 3 people who are being asked to step up and begin the initiation process for those who are called to be initiated, and that is myself, Linda Backus, whom you recently interviewed on your show, and Bonnie Sparling, who is a colleague of ours here in Atlanta as well. We call ourselves the Radiant Heart Council, although this is separate from my ministry in Reiki and service, because this is about living your life from a radiant heart space. And if there are others who are doing this work, God bless them. They have been called to do so. And all of the energy of all the people doing this work raises the vibration on this planet and for humanity so we can move forward in our evolution here.
All right, so what kind of work would that entail?
What has it entailed? It entails deep personal work in terms of your personal history, your soul's personal history. For example, the first few initiations for our particular group required whatever leftovers of personal baggage we had, which doesn't mean that we cannot accumulate further baggage, but the constant clearing of your personal energy is required on a daily basis almost, because we need to maintain our fields clear. The further initiations of the Councils of Light is a journey of refining and moving forward your vibratory signature.
Wow.
It's a frequency that keeps being increased as you work with higher and higher vibrational energies.
So how does the initiation go? What is the pomp and circumstance behind the initiation?
Well, there's very little pomp and circumstance as one would traditionally expect.
Mm-hmm.
What we do is we gather, and for however long as it is required, we go into a deep state of meditation and set the intention that we are open to receive the information that is most appropriate at that time for those people gathered, and whatever attunement of their energy bodies and their subtle frequencies is required. The appropriate counsel, this is not controlled really by us and our ego in any way. The appropriate counsel energetics then steps forward, makes itself known in either a shift in the vibration of the room is usually very noticeable. For people who are clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, they will pick up on all these things. Some have visions of the energies that are in the room, and a communing of energies, an exchange of energies occurs, during which time you really are in an altered state. We come out of meditation having been part of an initiation ceremony that is very palpable to those participating. And after some other work that we do so that people feel, grounded again and back into their bodies fully, and some guidance about how to maintain yourself connected with this energetic, people move on. They go about their daily life. They begin to see how things are changing in their life, because it is a process where things that need adjusting, personality issues that need refining, they will show up for you to become aware of them. Your awareness of this is the first step.
So when the student is ready, the master appears.
It will always be so, Rob.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That is the honest truth. And since as above, so below, the work of the council is the synthesizing of that distance of above and below, the bringing together into that state of wholeness through a series of journeys, through councils of different frequencies, this soul's unity. And that is basically the work. That's why it is not a one initiation process.
All right, what is the relationship then, if you can just help me clarify this, between the Radiant Heart Ministries and the Councils of Light?
Well, Radiant Heart Ministries, as I said before, really it is an Radiant Heart Ministry was the first concept that I received as taking the work that I was doing out forward in a bigger sense. As you know, because you have probably been involved in many projects in your life, the project shows up itself first as something and mutates as it grows.
Mm-hmm.
The mutation of Radiant Heart Ministries was the public stepping out of the Galactic Council work. So Radiant Heart Ministries remains as my Reiki ministry and my spiritual service ministry. For me, I thought it was going to be all-encompassing. However, as we have sat down to do this work and see how it would have to manifest, it became something else. And you have to stay loose and allow for a very organic development of this type of work. So I remain in Radiant Heart Ministries as Reverend Rina. And I step up into the Galactic Council work really as Ramayin, which is my spiritual name.
Now, is there a big difference between the work that you do with Radiant Heart Council and the work that you do with the Galactic Councils of Light?
Well, Radiant Heart Council is the Galactic
Okay.
Council Light. I am putting a page on my website because the website for the Galactic work is not ready to be up yet. So I have put a page on mine so that people have a place to connect. And I know that Linda has a space on her website, or will soon, where people can get the same information.
What would make your organization, or I should say, what would make the Galactic Councils of Light an organization that someone who has a lot of spirituality to share, who wants to do something very positive, why would they want to join?
Well, they would want to join because it will deepen. It will in no way interfere with the work they want to do, but it will deepen their spiritual awareness and expand the base from which they will do the work that they are called to do. The council work will never tell you what to go do, because we know better what our passion is than anything else, than anyone else. And that is the way we know that this is what we want to offer. I mean, for me, Reiki was all I ever wanted to do for a very long time. And I did it well, and I did it for a long time. I initiated about 350 people into 3 degrees of Reiki. So I understand having that need to and that desire, but already being there. However, because we need to always be clearing our own space and staying aware and watching that our ego is not the place from which we're working, this refining of your subtle energies becomes the next stage of your own development.
So this is,
and I think that would be a real attraction for people who are doing spiritual work with great understanding and deep knowing that we do the work in ourselves first.
So if you do the work in yourself first, why would they need to join an organization to get this work done?
Because the work is so subtle that very often we cannot see the need for it ourselves. Let me put it that way first. And second of all is because the frequencies that we are encountering as we do council work are higher and higher, and they expand our understanding through the teachings of the council. So the work that you start out doing as service grows.
But wouldn't you agree that in today's society, with all these different spiritual movements that are popping up, that a person who is wanting to get involved in a spiritual movement certainly has a chore on their hands, because there are so many different organizations? How do they know which one is right for them?
I'll tell you how it worked for me, and that is the only experience that I had. When I heard the word Reiki, I had a visceral response. When I heard about the ministry of the priesthood of the Order of Melchizedek, I knew that was the one I had to do. There are many, because each one of them offers every individual what they're looking for. There's flavors for every one of us. So you really need to listen to the promptings of your heart, of your gut. If something calls to you, follow it. If it doesn't work, you can always step back. But follow that prompting, because how many times can we all say in our life, I didn't follow my gut feeling and I blew it. Follow your gut feeling.
Follow your heart.
There are people for whom the word galactic will be a turnoff of major proportions.
Sure.
There are people from whom the word galactic will say, at last, I'm home. This is what I've been waiting for. Follow your heart.
All right, you and I will be back on the other side of this commercial break. Stand by. Exonation, Rina Rabassa is our special guest. Her website is www.oneradiantheart.com. That's www.oneradiantheart.com. I'll be back on the other side of this commercial break as the X Zone continues from our studios in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. 1-800-610-7035 is worldwide toll-free. Email xzone@xzoneradiotv.com. On MSN Messenger, xzoneradiotv@hotmail.com. At our website, www.xzoneradiotv.com. And now to listen to the X Zone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year, www.xzonetv.com.
This is the X Zone Broadcast Network, broadcasting worldwide on broadcast affiliates and satellite program providers, including CNN Broadcast Network, Sirius Satellite Network, Star Media, Good News Radio Network, Angel Broadcast Network, Wiki Broadcast Network, and WPBN TV. For more information on the X Zone Broadcast Network, visit us at www.xzbn.net.
Hello, I'm Pete Marsh. With my daughter Justina, we will be presenting the new radio show, Too Good to Be True. If something seems too good to be true, it usually is. But with the help of Justina's amazing gifts, we're going to gain insight into questions that don't yet have complete answers. Have you wondered who built Stonehenge and for what reason? Why are crop circles found in the same region as Stonehenge and elsewhere? Are crop circles a hoax, or are they created with technologies that we have little knowledge of? Who built the pyramids in Egypt and also in other countries? How and why were they built? Was the Titanic switched with the Britannic as part of a gigantic insurance fraud, or for more insidious reasons? What caused the Tunguska event when trees were flattened over an 800 square mile area in Siberia? Will the new insights be too good to be true? Well, that will depend on what you are prepared to believe. Please join us as we start on this journey together. For more information on Too Good to Be True, visit www.xzbn.net.
Hi everyone, Rob McConnell here, and I wanted to spend a moment on internet streaming. Everybody has heard about internet streaming, but not many know much about it. Did you know the internet streams just about everything?
Movies,
From new releases to old classics.
TV shows,
Almost every show, every episode, and much more. But the question has always been, how do you do it? Well now, thanks to the folks at 123 Ready TV, I have the answer for you. They have developed a simple program app, 123 Ready TV, that you install on your Windows PC, Android smartphone, or Android tablet that can have you streaming like a pro in less than 5 minutes. You truly won't believe how much is available or how easy it is to do until you try. And for a one-time cost of only $19.99, this product is a real winner. To learn more about 123 Ready TV, visit our website at www.xzbn.net.
Reverend Rina Rabassa is our special guest. www.oneradiantheart.com. Here's a question for you, Rina. Can someone belong to an established religion as well as the councils of light?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. I'm asking.
I think the Galactic Councils are not teaching any formalized religious belief. They really function on the universal laws, and they are not interested in creating another "this is the only way to go" group, as far as I can see. I think that people believe what they believe in because they're very often just born into a family that believes that. B, because it truly resonates with their spirit and their soul. C, because it is the place where they have been for most of their life. Even within the framework of traditional religious work, you come into places where you feel like, okay, I could stretch some more.
Mm-hmm.
Follow your heart. You don't have to lose what you think you have or who you think you are. May it make you question? Yes, it may. But in my experience, questioning has always only brought forth answers. So I say, yeah, go for it.
Okay, now for the listeners around the world who are listening to us, and maybe there's hearts you've touched tonight, how can they get more information on becoming members of the Galactic Councils of Light?
Well, they will become initiates into the Galactic Council work. And they can go on my website. In the events page, I have listed my phone number, Bonnie Sparling's phone number, and Linda Backus's phone number. And I am sure that you will get all the information that you need from any one of us. And I am also sure that you will get a different approach from each one of us, because this is an individual experience. And while we work together as a triad, we have each experienced the council work within the structure of our personal life. So talk to one, talk to three.
All right, now here's a quick question, because we're running out of time very fast. If somebody lives in the United Kingdom and they want to become members of the Galactic Councils of Light, how would that work?
Well, it can work in several ways. Since we have not done, they can come here. We can go there. They would have to have enough people interested in doing that to justify that, but they can certainly come. We will be having an initiation in October of this year, and who knows, in time, like we do Reiki sessions without the person being
Rina,
present.
I'm going to have to stop you because we've just run out of time. Thank you very much for joining us.
And thank you for having me.
It's my great pleasure. Reverend Rina Rabassa has been our guest this hour, X Zone Nation. Her website is www.oneradiantheart.com. More of the X Zone on the other side of the news at the top of the hour as we continue from our studios in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. My name is Rob McConnell. Don't go away.